XR Maintenance and Garage. Today we're going to be rebuilding the top end on this 1987 Honda XR80R. So stick around. First thing we're going to do is remove the side cover. You get a 10mm or a flathead. Reach in here, give it a little tug. Reach over here, give this a little tug. Next you'll have a 10mm bolt here. You're going to take that out. And same thing goes for this side. Get yourself another 10mm. Now we're just going to take the seat, lift it up, and pull back. Next up is this rubber piece right here. You can either come out the bottom or you can come off the top. I find it easier just to lift up like that. We can take that right out. Next, we're going to remove this bolt. It's a 10mm. And you're going to repeat the process on the other side. Make sure the fuel is in the off position, and then we're going to remove this fuel line. Now we're going to lift up on the tank, pull it out of the way. All right, this is an aftermarket carburetor. But with that being said, it's basically the same thing. So how we're going to do this is we're going to lift up on this grommet right here. We're going to pull this up like so. We're going to loosen this cap. All right, it's going to come out with the slide. All right, now you can either leave this here or you can take this apart. I'm going to show you how to take it apart just in case you want to. So what we're going to do is come in here. We're going to push this down. And you see that? We're going to pull that out of the way. Now be careful, this is going to want to shoot off on you, okay? So you've got your slide, you've got your plastic piece, and you've got your spring. All right, now that that is separated, we can unbolt this. These are aftermarket bolts for me. So these ones to me are an 11mm. Yours, if they are factory, should be 10mm. Right into the abyss. Now we're going to remove this spark plug boot. Put that off to the side. Next, what we got to do is loosen up this back tire. So we're going to come down here to this bolt right here. This bolt is for the brake lever right here. It's a 14mm. Be aware it is spring loaded. We're going to push our thumb down on this lever right here as we take it out. Next, what you're going to do is loosen this 14mm right here as well. That should allow it to swing out of the way. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take this wing nut and we're going to loosen this up. Now what we can do is we can take this and pull on it and let it just hang there. Next, what we want to do is get this spring out of here. Now we can take this and pull it all the way out. Now, don't forget that there is a barrel here. We don't want to lose that. Next up is this nut. You've got a 19 on this side, and you get a 14mm on this side. Grab your impact of choice. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to push this bolt through just a little bit. If you have to put the nut on the end, give it a couple threads, and give it a tap with a hammer. Or you can use a punch, just don't damage the threads. Then when you come to this side, you'll notice that this bolt is moved out a little bit. That will enable you to pull this over and drop this down as well. Now what we can do is we can move the whole tire forward, giving slack to this chain. Now there's 5 bolts on this side of the engine cover. All of these bolts should be 8mm. This one right here should be longer than the rest. Leave the bolts in, and that way you can ensure it goes back the same way. With the chain loose, we're going to take these 2 bolts off right here. These are also 10mm. If you got to put it in gear, put it in gear. There's 1. There's 2. You're going to have to turn this and then pull it off. Then what you can do is slide the whole sprocket off. Take it out just like that and just let it hang. And now we're going to start with the exhaust next. It is a 10 millimeter. And I have dropped it into the abyss, per usual. All right, you're going to have a little flange. You're just going to pull this down out of the way, like so. I'm going to just thread this bolt back on here, just so I don't lose it, and I know where it goes back to. All right, get yourself a 13 millimeter. Or I don't know if yours is 13 or not. I'm thinking these might not be the original bolts that came with this bike. They just don't look right, you know what I mean? That one's a 12, that's not even a 13. Like I said, yours may be different sizes, but this is what I've got. And then I'm just gonna simply move that forward and out of the way, just like that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that bolt, put one back here, just so I know where everything is. If you're gonna remove the kickstart, you need to fully remove the bolt in order to get this kickstart off of the shaft. All right, so it looks like I've got one bolt down here, which is a 12. On the other side of this is a 14. And underneath here, back here, is a 14 millimeter. There's your 14. I'm gonna have to try and tap that through somehow, I think. Let's see if I can't back it up. It's gotta be like this. And there we go, right there. The bottom one is out. I'm gonna put that back together just for time being. We got 12. These are 12s. Okay, this one's a 14. I don't think I necessarily have to take that out. I just want it loose so I can fold that forward. I'm gonna switch over to the 12. We are 14 at the top. Next one I got to do is this one right here. All right, that is a 14. Now take note, in between that bolt is this wire guide right here for the clutch. That is the top bolt. It's longer than the bottom bolt. This is the top engine bolt. This one is the top to the frame. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one's out. I'm going to try and drop this now. Oh, there she is. Got it. Time to tear it down. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Follow along to the next video where we begin to tear down the motor. All right, guys, well, that's it. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, check out these videos. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. That one's cool, too. That one's my favorite.